about it all. Are you kidding me?
So McCree is a lot of fun, and I think one of the things that really brings him to life is that fantasy fulfillment. And our goal with Overwatch Heroes is that there's some level of fantasy fulfillment for as many players as possible, and to really deliver on that promise of a very diverse, heroic experience.
Oh,
so
Chad is
that,
Undertaker.
I'm very, very excited to announce our first female tank in Overwatch, Alexandra Zaryanova. She is...
Whole chat's gonna go Vi.
She is a dedicated and loyal hero. So her goal in life was to become a championship weightlifter, and she was right on the cusp of fulfilling that fantasy that she was going to have in her life. And she was extremely competitive, and it was just before the World Championships that strife broke out near her village, and she put it all aside to defend the homeland. And she picked up this amazing weapon that you guys will see in a little bit called the particle cannon, and basically put her personal goals aside for that of protecting humanity. And that's one of the things that we think really defines Zarya, which is her nickname. There's other things that we think really defines who she is. She's lawful good. She's a hero. She's who you want to be when you grow up. A lot of discussion amongst players about the need for more diversity in video games, and that means a lot of things. They want to see gender diversity. They want to see racial diversity. They want to see diversity along lines of what country people are from. But there's also talk about diversity in different body types, and that not everybody wants to have the exact same body type always represented. And we just want you to know that we're listening and we're trying hard, and we hope Zarya is a step in the right direction to show you that we're paying attention. So let's take a look at what she does. Let's talk about it a little bit first. Like I said, the particle cannon is how she is defined. The weapon is amazing. Its primary fire is a beam attack. It shoots out about 15 meters in front of her, does pretty devastating damage at close range. And because she's a tank, that's what gets her in there. Mostly the weapon is short to medium range. It also has an alternate fire for those times when she needs it that does an area of effect particle explosion that she can lob out there, sort of like a grenade almost. And then she has other abilities because she's a tank and because she's about protecting her allies. She has the ability to use the particle cannon to either put a particle barrier on herself or on one of her allies. And what this thing is basically like a shield that will absorb all the damage coming into it. It actually blocks line of sight, so if she's standing in front of somebody and has this on her, if she puts it on somebody next to her, it'll block line of sight and allow them to block for their teammates. There's a cool resource mechanic in here as well. As the particle barrier, whether on her or one of her teammates, takes damage, the power on the center of her reticle goes up, and it can go up to 100. The higher that number is, the more charged the particle cannon is, and the more damage it will do. Last but not least is her ultimate ability, which we call the graviton surge. This is an element that she shoots from the cannon. She can shoot it out into a group of enemies, stick it to the wall, stick it to a ceiling, and it is a gravity well. It will suck in all enemies within a certain radius to the center point of that graviton surge. It combos extremely well with some other abilities. Think of a Pharah rocket barrage shooting into that, or Tracer dropping her time bomb, or McCree getting off a Deadeye at that moment. You guys, I'm sure, will come up with even more interesting combinations than we can dream of. So let's take a look at Zarya in action.
Together we are strong. archivals.
Okay, definitely not a pug group pickup. Everybody's gonna pick the sniper guy, the
so
McCree
just to
guy.
recap real quickly on Overwatch, we talked about our new map, Watchpoint Gibraltar. We introduced the outlaw, Jesse McCree, who hates to be called Joel, by the way. And then also introduce you to Alexandra Zaryanova, our newest tank in Overwatch. All of it's available for you guys to play on the show floor. We can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. Beta is coming this fall, and we want you to go to playoverwatch.com and sign up. We're super excited to have you guys sign up for the beta, and we can't wait to see you all in there playing. Now moving on, I'd like to introduce one of my favorite people, the game directors from Heroes of the Storm and the hero of my storm, Dustin Browder.
I can shout. Are we good? All right, good morning, PAX East. Yeah. All right, so one of the reasons we love doing this show is it really gives us a chance to connect with players in a lot of ways. This is a community-made show. It's one of my favorite shows to go to all year long. The combination of video games, board games, role-playing games, miniature games. Woo! It's awesome. Enjoy the show. This is one of the best shows in the world you guys are at here today. So I'm going to talk to you here today about a bunch of things going on in Heroes. Again, more sort of community player focused than anything else. I'll give you guys some beta stats, an update on our battlegrounds, a look at our next new hero, some game systems, and some changes to our progression system. So those of you who are playing in the beta now will obviously appreciate some of these changes a little more, but hopefully more and more of you will be joining our beta very soon. All right. Beta stats. Let's talk about some OP heroes. These are the heroes that you want to be playing tonight. Now let's be clear. These guys are like 3%, 1% up on everybody else. If you're not that good at the game, like me, chances are you need to do a couple of things. Don't face check the bushes by yourself. Show up to the team fight on time, you know, and make sure you're paying attention.
Patience, guys. Hearthstone will come soon.
Get right back into the action. But if you want a 1% bonus, you could be playing Lost Vikings. They're pretty good right now. They're up by a couple percentage points. This is a new hero we've added. It's controlling 3 heroes at the same time. It's one of the most challenging heroes to play, but they're doing pretty well right now, probably because nobody knows what to do about them. Brightwing has been really good for a long time. This is a hero that can teleport to any ally on the map. She has an area effect heal that's always pulsing around her. She's been pretty good for a while now. Again, 2% up if you play Brightwing. Nazebo, our witch doctor, been a strong choice for a while. Absolutely. Make sure you stun him. If you fight against Nazebo, one of you is on Nazebo duty. Make sure you have somebody with a stun ready the minute he decides to use his spirit. Otherwise, you're all dead. All right. Uther, very powerful support hero. One thing we love about Heroes of the Storm is our support heroes can be very mighty in this game. With team leveling, with no gold, you don't need to earn. You can be a pure support hero and absolutely be a very, very effective member of your team. And to back that up, Rhaegar, our pure support hero, well, not pure, but pretty supporty, very powerful hero in this game. Uther, of course, has tons of stuns, which is one of the reasons he's so powerful. But Rhaegar, very strong healer, very good addition to your team. All right, our lowest tier hero right now is sadly Chen. Sorry, Chen. We had one little nerf. Anyway, we'll get Chen back on top any minute now. And if you want to show what a great player you are, Diablo, Zagara, these guys are almost perfect 50-50 right now across the board. All right. That was for everybody. That was for all y'all, right? If you're looking at the top players in Hero League, these are the most competitive players we have right now. Their best heroes look a little bit different. So the best hero right now, one of the best heroes is Illidan, again, like maybe 3% up. Very skill-based hero, kills me all the time, that's for sure. He usually says mean things to me in chat too now, actually. Rhaegar, also a strong hero here. Sergeant Hammer. This is a siege hero. It's a siege tank. She can deploy and set up like a siege tank can in StarCraft 2. So it's very important where you position her. If you position her incorrectly, you don't get much. You position her in the right spot, she's absolutely awesome. So it doesn't surprise me to see her here at top tier. Lost Vikings debuting here as well. This is one where so different, so strange, so unusual for us to make. and so difficult to play in some cases, we know we're going to see the top players showing us what's broken about this hero, which is what we love, being in beta to detect this stuff. And Tyrande, surprisingly, is also a top-tier hero as well. Our lowest-tier hero is Murky. Sorry, Murky. We'll get you back up there any minute now, I promise. And even-tiered are Zeratul and Vala. All right, let's talk about Battlegrounds. We're going to be unveiling a new Battleground here today. You guys have seen hints of this. Tomb of the Spider Queen at BlizzCon this last year. Absolutely, Tomb of the Spider Queen. One of the things we love about Tomb of the Spider Queen is it's starting to fulfill our promise of what Battlegrounds can accomplish for us in Heroes of the Storm. So Tomb of the Spider Queen is an underground location, very different from our other environments. But what's important about Tomb of the Spider Queen, what makes it play so differently, is it's incredibly small. We call this sort of a knife fight in a closet kind of map. It's very contained. The lanes are very close together. And what you're trying to do in this map is you're collecting gems from these spiders that are moving down the lanes. And when you collect gems, you can drop them off at a couple of central points. And if you get enough gems, you're going to summon some spider queens that are going to push both lanes. Look, you see the top left of that screen there? You can see a lane, then there's a lane here in the middle. These lanes are very close together. And you're almost always in lane on this map, always trying to collect gems, always trying to grab those spider queens to help push lanes and destroy your opponents. This is ultimately a very, very different experience from the battleground we just released, Sky Temple, which is a huge map. This is a map where you're always out of lane. You're always trying to grab temples so you can blast enemies with rays of sun from the tops of these temples. So we're releasing these maps back to back, and they play completely differently from one another, and the types of heroes that are effective on either one of these maps are very different as well. And this is what we're going for Battlegrounds. When you get onto a battleground and you're playing seriously competitively, you think about the heroes differently, you think about your talents differently, you think about your team compositions differently as well. All right, let's talk about our next hero. We debuted her or teased her last year at BlizzCon, the next hero for Heroes of the Storm.
This is much better, yeah.
I was once a far strider. I swore an oath to defend Silvermoon and its people to my dying breath. It was not enough. My homeland still burned. But those days are long past. And history will not repeat itself. I am Sylvanas Windrunner, Queen of the Forsaken. And if you will not serve me in this life, then you will do so in the next.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'd say that's pretty cool. Okay.
All right, that is Sylvanas. Now, Sylvanas is classified as a specialist for us. We debated many times whether to call her an assassin or a specialist. She sort of walks the line between both. She has a lot of abilities she can use against enemy minions, against enemy mercenaries, against enemy towns. It makes her a deadly, deadly pushing hero. At the same time, she can do some really ferocious burst damage as well. One of her core abilities is this ability to fire while on the move with Withering Fire. She can even fire behind herself there. It makes her a ferocious amount of burst damage. Now, she has charges for this. You just sort of bang the button and all these bullets come flying out of her, hitting the nearest enemy. All these arrows fly out. And you charge those by killing enemy minions. You want to collect the souls of the fallen to power that ability. You also have an ability called Shadow Dagger. Now, this is just a damage over time, but it also spreads from minion to minion to nearby enemies. So you can use this to clear whole lanes of minions. Very effective damage over time. Gives her some of that sneaky evil kind of feeling from her. She's also got an ability called Haunted Waves, which she can teleport to. Now, it does a little bit of a slow, but she can also pop to it. Now, you're going to stay where you were when you started it. So you got to make sure you've got time to get where you want to go, that your health hasn't run out. But you can use it to escape from enemy attackers. You can also use it, like I use it foolishly, to close. Oh, I'm going to catch that guy. I can kill him. And you close, and suddenly 3 of his friends show up, and you die. So I would say save it for when you're in trouble, but if you really think you can burst somebody down, you can use it to charge forward. Now, like every hero in Heroes of the Storm, she's got 2 core heroic abilities that you can choose from at level 10. The first is Wailing Arrow, which you can activate when it gets to whatever distance you want. It does a little bit of damage and a silence, which is really important for Nazebo. So Nazebo, your nerfs are coming. It's Sylvanas. And she's going to be able to shut players down with this very powerful initiating ability for this character. She's also got the power to possess mercenaries and minions. This makes you think of mercenaries in a whole different way in this game. You may also notice there's sometimes some dark things going on that map when she hits stuff. She can shut down minions, mercenaries, and towers by attacking them just with a basic attack. It's her dark arrow, and she can use it to shut down towers. So very powerful ability, very great at pushing. If you leave Sylvanas alone in one of your lanes, that lane's going to be gone before you know it. All right. Whoops. I'll just do the next with interpretive dance. It will be amazing.
That was actually pretty funny.
It's so good. Nobody panic. I'm not panicking right now. Everything's fine. What do you got? All right, we have people to save me. Save me, people.
Who the heck was that?
Oh, the machine rebooted. That's not a good sign. It's okay. Oh. That's the only move I've got. I can't do that all day. Oh.
Wait, it's lagging, it's lagging. 1 second.
So one of the things that we've been working on in StarCraft for the last many months is obviously the campaign. And these guys have done an absolutely amazing job of putting together what I think is one of the best campaigns we've ever done on StarCraft for Legacy of the Void. What's so incredible about this campaign is they've really captured that feeling of, we like to talk about it, that feeling of the Seven Samurai, where there's just a handful of warriors who are probably not going to be well remembered, and they're not going to be famous, and nobody's going to sing great songs about the deeds that they have done, but they are absolutely going to lay down their lives for everyone else. And it really gets that tragic feeling of war and this really sort of awesome feeling of these noble, honorable warriors in the form of the Protoss. And I gotta say that it's got a very strong sort of dark tone to it, and it feels really appropriate for this final chapter of the StarCraft II trilogy to bring it home for the Protoss and show this dying race as they take on a whole new level of problems. I think you saw some of this as we progressed from Wings of Liberty through Heart of the Swarm. James Rayner is worried about he's worried about his would-be girlfriend, Sarah Kerrigan, and he's worried about Mengsk and this evil ruler who's taken over the Dominion and has created this dark government. These are pretty serious problems, but they're nothing in comparison to the problems that Kerrigan's dealing with. Kerrigan has got an entire race who is basically a slave race to whoever controls them, and she's constantly trying to evolve and build and save these monsters and not make them something completely horrible, and yet, they are what they are. At the same time, now we go to the Protoss, things get more serious still. We're going to get to this place where the Protoss are trying to solve sort of the problems of the galaxy. We've hinted at some of this stuff, with Amon and with the dark, forces that are gathering around this whole trilogy. So it begins with Rayner, right, in this very sort of mundane space, ends up in this sort of battle with the gods when it comes to Protoss. And so it's been very, very cool. I think the team has done an amazing job in putting together a great, great StarCraft product. All right, they're still struggling. I see the computer rebooting one more time. Let's, yeah, right. Okay. All right, this is truly an act of desperation here. I have a PDF. Thank you, Siobhan. Okay. All right, can you all see this? All right, we're good to go. Everybody just lean forward. I'll step out to the edge of the stage. Everybody just lean forward a little bit, and we got this, all right? Thank you, Siobhan. This is amazing. All right, so we've been working a lot on our game systems. Fortunately, actually, the visuals aren't hugely essential going forward. What matters is we're redoing our whole UI. I know those who've been in the beta said, really, the UI again? But we are making it much better. There's a bunch of stuff these guys have done, the team has put together to make portraits more prominent. We just added Hero League into the game. All of our end-of-game score screen stuff didn't really work with what we had, so we're going to put that together. We finally got a score screen after the game finishes. I know, right? Huge. So it's not the greatest score screen ever, but hey, it's a step in the right direction. It was one of the things we said we desperately needed before we went to an open beta, so progress is being made. We also have Team League going into this next patch. So those of you who weren't at BlizzCon, we've added Hero League, which allows you to sort of play with whoever you want, play in sort of a draft mode. It's a semi-competitive mode. You can certainly compete in this environment, but Team League is meant to be the ultimate competitive space for Heroes of the Storm. This is a chance for you to get together with 4 of your buddies. Actually, you can have a team of up to 9 people. Now, you only play with 5 at once, but you can have 9 guys on the roster in case guys don't get on a particular night or whatever. So you got 5 and 4 alternates. And this will be the ultimate way to play. You can be up to a member of 3 teams at once, and each of these teams will have its own separate ranking. So you can have the team you play, you know, with your buddies who aren't so good, and you can have the team you play only with the players you want to see, you know, go to MLG with you or whatever you want. We're also working very hard on what we can do for sort of play nice, play fair. We get a bunch of feedback from players that their biggest concerns about games of this genre is how you might be treated in chat while you're playing the game. People might have some comments for you about your play style. Are we up? Oh my goodness. Well, this is good because there are videos, and those are going to be much harder. All right, so we are going to add ability to mute all allies in a future patch here very soon. This will be if you're having a rough night and you're tired of hearing it, you can mute all your allies. Now, the ping system in our game does work very well, and because of our objective-based gameplay, because it's often pretty obvious where you need to be next, go to the tribute, for example, you don't need to hear the allies nearly as much as we certainly would have thought. We have tested this, and it's surprisingly effective at a wide variety of skill levels of play. In a future patch, we also want to add the ability to add clans to the game, and this is very vital for us. We think that in many cases, your ability to self-organize into the type of social group you want to be a part of is absolutely vital to having a great gameplay experience. Maybe you want to be in a group where you are telling people how to choose their talents and how to play, because you guys are a serious clan. Maybe you want to be in a more casual space. You're like, dude, I just want to play. I don't care if we win. I don't care what you think of my talent build. Then you can play in a clan that has that social contract. Right now, we're just throwing you into a big pit with everybody. Everybody has a different expectation, and our belief is if we can give you the opportunity to self-organize, this will be to your benefit. We've also heard a lot of feedback for players asking for rating systems. We don't have a specific idea here yet, but we're definitely open to your feedback and ideas of what would be the best rating system for Heroes of the Storm. All right, progression. I got to move quick now because I want to get Eric up here to talk about Hearthstone. We're going to do a lot of stuff in progression here the next few patches. This is based on a lot of feedback we've had from the community. They want more gold, more opportunities to get stuff in this game. We're going to add a 7-day stim pack at account level 10. Hero levels will now go from 11 to 20. Those of you who are playing know that when you get to level 10, you get your master skin. You should stop playing that hero, and that feels terrible. So we're going to take you now from 11 to 20. These levels are going to be a bit of a grind, but it really lets you show off your skill or certainly your engagement with the hero. We have this concept, for those who don't know, called talent gating, where we don't have access to all of the talents. This will be a rolling applause to do on this one. We're going to turn that off at level 30. This does give us some benefits with new users, so we do want to keep it in the game for a little bit. But we figure by the time you get to level 30, you get it, you're ready to go, so talent gating will shut off. All right, more gold, lots more. Here it comes. There's some more, there's some more, there's some more. All right, so more gold. All right, so I get a lot of questions in Heroes about esports. What are we doing for esports? And we say, hey, we're going to let the community take the lead here, and that's still by and largely true. But the esports team has been working very hard on something that's coming very soon. Here's the dorm. And here's a little video explaining what this is.
Introducing a collegiate gaming event where teams from around North America compete for their education. Heroes of the Dorm. The 5 individuals that can prove themselves the best team in North America, playing Blizzard's new competitive game, Heroes of the Storm, will win tuition for their college career. That's right. Form a team, play heroes, claim your future. Stay tuned for more information about the live finals being held in California later this year, and sign up now at heroesofthedorm.com to receive beta access and an exclusive in-game portrait. There is more than $450,000 available in prizes for players and participants, so check out our website to find out how you can get involved.
All right. So here's thedorm.com. You can go ahead and get signed up on that. We are also proud to announce that we're partnering with ESPN to televise this, not only on online channels, but on television as well. So very excited to bring you this amazing esports event. To see you all guys in the Nexus, I'd like to bring up the best presentation of the day, the game director on Hearthstone, Eric Dodds.
Thank you!
Assuming it's my... Hello? Awesome. So Hearthstone is sort of the scrappy team, so we're going to see if I can do a 20-minute presentation in about 8 minutes. Here we go. So PAX East and PAX is awesome. Love this show. It's amazing. I've been coming here for years. Yeah, and stuff. We announced in PAX East 2013, and it was awesome there too when we announced PAX East, or we announced Naxxramas in 2014 here at PAX East. So PAX East has just been an amazing show for Hearthstone. There's a thing called Fireside Gatherings. You can go to www.firesidegatherings.com. It's an amazing program, and if you go there, it's find one near you or set up one near you. It's just super kick-ass, and I recommend it. And here's some awesome pictures from some Fireside Gatherings. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so it was just a year ago that we announced, which it still sort of blows my mind. Thank you. It was just a year ago that we launched. I knew I was going to mess that up. And we've done a lot of awesome stuff. We had the World Championship. We have a new World Championship coming. If you want to participate, there's even more tournaments going on this year than there have been, or than there was last year, which is kind of crazy because there was a lot going on last year. Pretty much every weekend you can go and find one and watch it. We're just speeding to the good stuff. Goblins versus Gnome was awesome. Yay. We released on Android and iPad also this year for tablet, which is awesome. Okay. So really the question you're going to have though at this point is, yeah, tablets are awesome, but what about phone? Because you guys, we've been talking about phone, and we've run into some challenges on phone, nothing we can't overcome, but certainly when I first started looking at phone, I was a little bit concerned that we were going to be able to make, a AAA version of Hearthstone on phone, make it an amazing game and just as cool as it is on tablets. I'm happy to say after a bunch of work on the UI, we have been able to do that. We're actually in alpha right now, so within Blizzard we're all playing it, and the feedback we've generally gotten is people saying, I didn't know if it was going to be awesome on phone, but I'm actually now playing it even more than I thought I would, than I thought I would. I'm going to show you some pictures of what the UI looks like on phone. So we actually really managed to get the feel of the UI on phone and still make it entirely usable. So we have Collection Manager, which was definitely a challenge. There was definitely some work here, but we feel like it's very usable. And we have Play Mode, which there's the cards, and they become larger or smaller depending on the state of the board, but it's very easy to play in this mode. I've been playing a ton in this mode, and one thing to mention here is that if you're playing on phone, your account is the same as if you were playing on tablet, as if you were playing on PC. You're playing against the same people who, you could be playing on phone. Somebody else is playing on tablet or PC. It's all mixed together. It's all one group playing together. That's pack opening. But really the most important thing to talk about here is that within the next couple of months, it's going to be out on phone and on Android. So we're very, very close.
That's actually pretty impressive. Yeah.
So iOS and Android phone coming very, very soon. So I want to talk a little bit now about Curse of Naxxramas because it was our very first adventure. And it did a lot of things that we really, really liked and wanted in an adventure. I mean, it made it so that you could play in single player against a bunch of the different cool bosses from this environment week after week. So one week it would open, you could play a bunch of bosses, you could play a bunch of class challenges, you could play a bunch of heroic mode bosses if you wanted, and you would earn cards that would sort of change the metagame week to week through doing battle with the bosses in Naxxramas. And we really loved how that worked out, and we really loved actually exploring the space that Naxxramas was. It was a well-loved space in Warcraft, and we got to explore it further. And we were thinking, if we're going to do another adventure, what could this adventure be? Because it would have to be a place that, you know, had epic and awesome bosses. It would have to be a place that has tons and tons of Warcraft lore that people could explore and see in a different way, sort of see how Hearthstone explored that lore. It'd have to be a little bit mysterious, sort of a place that had a bunch of mystery about it. And I think we have found the perfect place to do that, and I just thought I'd show you right now.
Have ye heard the rumblings? The mountain stirs once more. Beneath its crags, cliffs, and rocks, there's evil in its core. Fire made flesh, dragon's breath, teeth and claws and flame, calling any heroes out there that are brave or just insane. Rock Mountain, a Hearthstone adventure.
So, as some of you had no doubt guessed, Blackrock Mountain is going to be our very next adventure. And it's going to be mechanically a lot like Naxxramas in that each week there's going to be a new wing that's going to come out, and it's going to have new bosses to fight, and new class challenges to do battle with, and then if that wasn't enough, new heroic bosses. And when you beat the normal bosses and the class challenges, there's going to be cards that you earn that are going to affect the metagame. So week over week, there will be new bosses, new class challenges, new cards, new metagame. The thing that's a little bit different about Blackrock Mountain is it's got sort of a different vibe. I mean, Naxxramas has a very specific vibe. Blackrock Mountain is all about sort of two epic forces, villains that are inhabiting this place. On one hand, I want to talk sort of a little bit about the beginning, where we had this mountain. We have these dark iron dwarves who are living in this mountain, and they want to increase their power. So they think, we got a great idea. We're going to summon this Fire Lord Ragnaros, and he's going to work for us. That'll be awesome. And that didn't work out entirely as they planned, in that he showed up, enslaved them, and brought a bunch of his fire buddies to hang out in the mountain and sort of tell them what to do. So the Dark Iron Dwarves are still there, but it's really Ragnaros running the show in the molten core of the mountain. And he has the same goal that, you know, a lot of epic villains do, and that's, of course, to take over the world. There's only one thing sort of standing in his way. There's another force in the mountain. There's the great dragon, Nefarian. And Nefarian sort of rules the top, the upper spire of Blackrock Mountain, and he has his Blackrock Orc buddies and tons of twisted creations that he and his alchemist has made to aid him. And he also has the goal, of course, to take over the world. The thing being said about those two forces is the one thing they hate more than the rest of the world is each other. And so they spend most of their time fighting each other. So what you're going to do is get involved in this struggle and start out by helping Nefarian, going down to have a little chat with Ragnaros to see if you can convince him to, well, probably die, actually. So in the mountain, you're going to see, fire elementals and all the fiery buddies of Ragnaros. You're going to see tons and tons of dragons. You're going to see all of the bosses. Well, I shouldn't say that. You will see a number of the bosses that you have seen from various dungeons and raids if you've played World of Warcraft. So tons and tons of these characters will be all throughout the mountain and all throughout Blackrock Mountain Adventure. We are going to have 5 wings. There's going to be 17 bosses that you will do battle with. The first wing is Blackrock Depths. That's the Dark Iron Dwarves there on the left. They are going to be the first line of defense for Ragnaros trying to stop you from getting to him. And so you're going to do battle with these Dark Iron Dwarves on your way to the second wing, which is, of course, the Molten Core, which is where Ragnaros lives. So the question is, what does one of these wings look like? Well, week 1, when Blackrock Mountain releases, is going to look like this. These are going to be the 3 bosses that you will do battle with. That being said, when you think about bosses in Blackrock Mountain, sometimes it's the mountain itself that is the villain. So in this case, the first boss, while it's technically Corin Direbrew, it's actually the Grim Guzzler is the boss. It's the bar where the Dark Iron Dwarves hang out and drink. So there's always a bar fight going on down there. There's always guys from all over leaping into the fight, and sort of his hero power is about that when you do battle with him, where guys from both your deck and Corin Direbrew's deck are going to be constantly leaping into the fight just on their own. And you're going to have to build a deck around that to sort of defeat that mode of play, or that way of facing an enemy. You'll then move into the Dark Iron Arena, where you'll battle tons of legendary minions from all over Azeroth if you want to fight your way through it. And then finally to the Dark Iron Emperor, who is the last boss on the end of the first wing on your way to Ragnaros. And of course, when you defeat each of these, you'll get a card. When you defeat all of them, there's a legendary card at the end of the wing, and then there's more cards for the class challenges. This is what the new board looks like. And I'm actually always kind of blown away whenever our artists give us, a new board, because each time I look at one of the boards and I look at the clickables that they put in the board, I sort of think that the new board is my favorite board, and this is no exception. You're going to be able to upgrade weapons as clickables on this board. You can summon dragons, you can play with runes, you can mess around with the lava. There's a lot of fun stuff to do with this board. So yeah, just playing with this board makes me happy. It is pretty awesome. So you're probably saying at this point, all of this is cool, I'm excited about this, but tell me about some of the cards that are going to affect the metagame in new ways.
Dude, that's more than that, so much! 31 is a lot!
Blackrock Mountain Adventure. And so of course you're going to see several cards that are related to the Dark Iron Dwarves. Dark Iron Dwarves are sort of core to the Blackrock Depths experience, and you're definitely going to get to play with some of those cards. The first is the Dark Iron Skulker. This card is based around the idea, it's a rogue card, and it's based around the idea that the backstab ability rogues have is awesome, and wouldn't it be more awesome if rogues got to backstab, everybody? It's, from the metagame point of view, it's pretty interesting because it gives you the ability to drop a card and deal with a rush that's going on if there's a lot of low-cost stuff coming at you, and also leave a minion on the table to carry on the fight. So
Zoo is dead, guys. Zoo is dead.
We have another Dark Iron Dwarf, the Grim Patron. So whenever he takes damage, another of his buddies jumps in. He's sort of like embodiment of the Grim Guzzler bar. So you can imagine playing this guy on the table, pinging him for 1, okay, there's 2 of them on the table. Playing Whirlwind, okay, there's 4 of them on the table. And very quickly you can overrun your enemy with just this guy.
Oh, this is pretty cute.
So he is pretty amazing for that as well. The heart of this adventure, though, is all about dragons.
Oh, this is so me. That's so me.
We love the idea of dragons in Hearthstone, and we love the idea that, hey, I put, a Nixia, or I put a Sarah, or I put Alexstrasza in my deck, but you can't really build a full deck around that idea. And we wanted you to be able to not just put that card into your deck and have it, you know, be a finisher for whatever the theme of the rest of your deck is. We wanted you to be able to put that card in your deck and have it be all about dragons. So we have a bunch of cards that really support the dragon theme. We have the Blackwing Technician. And so when she comes into play, if you're holding a dragon, if you have a dragon in your hand, she gets +1/+1. So it becomes a 3/5 for 3, which is a pretty strong minion. She's also pretty interesting because when she comes into play, if she gets +1/+1, you're actually communicating to your opponent, hey, I have a dragon in my hand, and based on the metagame, your opponent may be able to figure out what dragon is in your hand and play around that, or maybe you have a dragon they didn't expect and they play around something you don't have. So there's a lot of communication that goes on here as well, but I definitely expect her to be one of the key pieces of a dragon deck. Of course, we'd have to have a dragon, or actually we have multiple dragons, but this is just one of them, for
oh my god!
And so when it comes into play, it summons a 1-cost, a random
oh my
1-cost
god!
minion for your opponent. So you think you can deal with it, but you're just not quite sure. But it makes for a lot of interesting things, and a 5/6 for 4 is very, very strong.
Oh my god!
It wouldn't be a adventure around Blackrock Mountain unless we had this guy, Rend Blackhand, the chief of the Blackrock Orcs. And, you know, he's so badass that he rides a dragon. So what he does is, if you're holding a dragon when he comes into play, he destroys a legendary minion. So what that means is your opponent drops a legendary, they think they've got their end-game state met, you drop this guy, he takes out their legendary, and suddenly you have a big guy on the table and you've turned things around, and suddenly it's a whole different game. He's pretty awesome for that. Of course, we have a bunch more cards that will be coming as well. There will be more dragons, more fire cards, more class cards, more of all of that good stuff. So tons more cards coming, or actually, I guess, 31 total cards coming. And lastly, I wanted to talk a little bit about the card backs that are coming. So that season card back is the card back you get for getting to level 20 or to rank 20 or better in this season that's going on right now. It's pretty easy to do, and it's an awesome card back. The heroic card back is the card back you get if you defeat all of the bosses throughout all 5 wings of Blackrock Mountain on heroic. That's the card back you can show to show off that you're pretty much a badass. And the last one is actually a card back for pre-ordering Blackrock Mountain. So if you, on the 19th or 20th, depending on your region, it's going to be available for pre-order. When you do that, when Blackrock Mountain comes out, you will get all of the card, or you will get, you know, the wings as they come out, 1 wing at a time, but you get that card back immediately. And of course, March 19th or 20th wouldn't make a lot of sense for Blackrock Mountain unless you knew that it was also coming out next month. So next month, you're going to be playing Blackrock Mountain, and we're looking forward to all of the crazy decks you guys make with them and all of your feedback about all of it. So that's it, and thank you very much for coming to the Blizzard panel. Have an awesome PAX East.
Alright, I think that's it. Awesome. Alright. Well then! That's it, guys. Guys, was it worth the wait? Was it worth the wait? Was it worth the, you know, Heroes and Overwatch and a little bit of StarCraft? It was worth it, right? Alright, we don't need the wub. Alright. Oh my god. Hearthstone closed itself. Hearthstone closed itself. Alright. Awkward. Alright, let's open it again. Alright. So, what did you think, guys? What'd you think? That was pretty awesome, wasn't it? Oh, that was actually pretty awesome. Let's turn on the Hearthstone sound back. Alright. Well, they actually spoiled 5 cards, right? Oh my god. Okay, I'm pretty sure that Hearthstone has already uploaded something like that already. So we can just go to Hearthstone and actually check out this card. Dude! That is actually pretty cool. I'm pretty excited, I have to say. Guys, are we gonna do like an extra bonus stream when it comes out again? Yeah? Beat all the bosses immediately? Yeah, we're gonna do that. 420 BRM. Dude, Muteberry, are you noob? It's an adventure. You can't buy packs. Oh, goddamn. Oh, bears. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Okay. So let's talk about the cards. Because really, we're... Obviously, the bosses and everything are cool, but we're just interested about the cards, right? So, okay. First impression of this card. That Zoo is dead. But, yeah, I think it's actually like, it's basically like a consecration of a body, right? I mean, it's pretty good. 5 mana might be a bit too expensive in Rogue's decks these days. But, so yeah, I mean, like, if you need to basically backstab 2 creatures for this to be worth it, right? Kind of. It's all undamaged enemy minions, it's just not your own, so that's pretty good. It might be a bit too overcosted. But it might be a tech card versus, like, dude, imagine if you play Zoo and you play against this card. Like, you're just freaking scared. Like, Rogues have, like, Fan already, they have Flurry already. I mean, just kind of crazy. This card, I'm not really sure. It does cost quite a bit. And your opponent needs to have an AoE to answer it, I guess. Which is, what's kind of funny is if people are using this and I'm a priest, I can Shadow Madness this and I can get a free one. Whenever this minion survives damage, actually. Oh, actually, you can't. It doesn't duplicate. Oh, yeah, obviously. Otherwise, it would just duplicate forever, right? But 3/3 is kind of like. It's kind of weak, to be honest. I'm not really sure. Is there any combo decks that can work with this? 3/3. It sounds so specific. Like, you have the arcane. You have your opponent use arcane missiles on this, I guess, but. Like, once you get the first cycle off, it's insane because once you have 2, they both can summon spawn more, right? So like it's just activating the first one is quite hard, but and 5 mana is also quite hard. So I'm not really sure about that yet. Did they upload the other ones? Oh my god, Hungry Dragon is absolute nutballs. Oh my god, this is absolutely nuts. Holy jeez, and the art is amazing too. Yo. This is nutballs. Priest is getting another 4-drop. Wait. The Priest just got another 5-drop. A 4-drop. Look at that! Like, there are no 4-drops that are usable in Priest. That is a Priest card. 4 drops, right? The freaking closest thing is Yeti. Or Senjin. Shredder is not using Priest. Dude, Priest just got a new 4-drop. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh my god. That is so good. This one? It's actually... Well, let's take a look at dragons, yeah? Because dragons include fairy dragons as well. Okay, not Dragon Hawk, but fairy dragon is... no, this one is not a dragon either. So yeah, these 2 are not dragons, these 2 are fake dragons. So we have this, and this. So... if we actually bring Azure Drake into Priest and play that card, Priest also has a good 3-drop that's not a Blade Master. Because the problem with a lot of Priest decks right now is that you have to play this card for 3-drops. Otherwise, you don't have any lot of 3-drops. Like Dark Cultist is the other one. We can actually cut Thoughtsteal for that Dragon Link thing. I'm not really sure about that one, but the Hungry Dragon seems so insane. This is absolutely nutballs. Wait. You give them an angry chicken, so what, you know? Like, who cares? The worst that can happen is you give them Orange Squire, right? That's the worst. You give them an Orc, that doesn't matter. Hungry Crab. Oh, Hungry Dragon, Hungry Crab? Is that why it's called Hungry Crab? Dude, 1-drops are pretty weak. Zombie Chow, I guess? Okay, you don't want to give them a Zombie Chow, I guess, but... You want to give them... Dude, oh my... Like... 1-drops are not that strong. Generally. Like, they're only strong when you play them at turn 1. Shadow Bomb? No, actually, all 1-drops. Timberwolf? Web Spinner? Mana Worm is pretty bad. Yeah, Mana Worm is pretty bad. No Shadow Clerk, Shadow Bomber, those are fine. Oh wait, wow! Oh jeez. Okay, if you give them a Dust Devil, that's pretty bad. Okay, that's pretty bad. Blood Imp is fine. Flame Imp is 5/6. If you give me 3/2. Flame Imp is pretty bad. Everything else is fine. I don't know. That seems an insane card. Hungry Dragon will activate MC Tech 2? Wait, what? Hungry Dragon is a... Oh, you mean... No, actually... I'm not really sure about that one. That's a bit too cute, I think. That's too expensive, maybe. Right? Hungry Dragon, MC Tech into Dr. Boom. That sounds a little bit too cute. The Legendary is kind of bad. Yeah, that's kind of bad. I don't like it. There's too much attack and too little health. Right? Like, what's the dream? The dream scenario is your opponent plays these there and you kill it, right? But 7 mana removal and play 8/4. That's no, I don't like it. It's kind of weak. Kill KT. Oh, I guess you can kill KT with it, but still seems kind of weak, to be honest. Oh, I that's the, so yeah. First impression, I guess. I don't play rogue, so kind of forget about that card. This is actually usable, I guess. I guess it depends on what other dragons they're gonna make, because Leroy has whelps, right? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a card that puts a whelp into your hand or something like that. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Because right now there aren't a lot of dragons. All the dragons are like legendaries. Right? But it's cool they're making dragons. All the dragons are legendary. Twilight Drake is a dragon. But that's really about it. Paladin is a dragon? Oh, pch, Forge! Okay, but God. Okay, let's forget about that one. Alright, yeah, I guess that's kind of usable, which is okay. The Hungry Dragon is definitely usable, I think. This one, it's kind of cute. I don't know how you can get the first iteration off, but if you do, it's going to be really strong. Yeah, so if I play against this card, I don't really care, right? Like, you're just a little bit scared if you're playing Zoo. Even Hunters aren't really that scared of this card, to be honest, because it's so slow. And then this Legendary is pretty bad. I don't like it. If you're holding it, it's so specific, right? If you're holding a dragon, and you have 7 mana, and you want a 4 health body on the board, I don't know, it's too specific for me. I don't like it. And you know, if I'm a person who doesn't mind combos, right? I mean, come on, I play Priest. I love combos, but seems a little bit too specific. All right, so what do we have? 31 new cards. How many new cards was there in Nax Rammus? There was. Oh, actually, I just searched for next set. Okay, just they're doubling up. Okay, so 8, 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. 21 plus 9 is 30. Okay, so it's the exact same. Oh, it's kind of the same then. Right? Am I crazy? 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. 21 plus 9 is... Okay, so it's kind of the same. Alright, cool. Never mind. I thought it was more. Somehow I thought it was more. But 17 bosses is more. Nax only has 13 bosses. 5 wings. Wait. Oh, wait. Nax has 5 wings too. Okay, so it's the same. Alright, so that... Yeah, 17 bosses is pretty cool. Yeah, pre-order. Obviously we're all pre-ordering it. Come on. Wait, where's the card back? Where's the card back? Oh, there we go. I mean, I guess you can't really know what it does because it's not animated, right? All the card backs are animated. The heroic one looks a bit niche, I guess is the word. It looks kind of interesting. I mean, I don't think everybody would... It definitely looks kind of badass, I guess. It's kind of like the Heroic Nax Rammus one too, right? Because the Heroic Nax Rammus one, it doesn't look like exactly like cool. I just think Download Flame is just the nicest right now. Everything else just looks so busy, you know. And this one looks nice too. Lunar New Year. I think this is also one of my favorite. I just don't want card backs to like look so... It's just too much, right? Like Heroic Nax Rammus is actually it's too much design. Like, it's just too busy. Yeah, these are kind of old, man. These are kind of outdated. The new ones just look so nice, but yeah. The new ones... So, I'm gonna pre-order it anyways, obviously, because why not? I'm gonna get it anyways, right? But yeah, the Ragnaros ones looks really nice. It's also very clean, I guess. Game board is pretty sick. Love it. Is this guy gonna be a card? Oh my god. Dude, Demons and Dragons? They're all up my alley, okay? Huh. What is this? This is interesting. It's like a teaser kind of thing, right? Is this Onyxia, right? Yeah, Onyxia maybe in the Nefarian battle or something. Like for those of you that don't know, in WoW, in WoW, Nefarian summons Onyxia again in the second time you beat him in like face him in BRD or something. I'm Anderson. Thank you so much for subbing. And thank you so much for subbing during the actual thing, by the way, guys. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, that looked badass, by the way. Yeah, oh my god. By the way, I'm actually pretty impressed about the phone stuff. Like, I was actually wondering how they can fit all this stuff. I'm actually pretty impressed by this. Like, it's actually pretty good. If you have 10 cards, that's gonna be a lot, but they actually removed a lot of clutter, and they still managed to put the game board on. This might be a bit too much. I think there's a lot of things that are a bit too much, but overall it's okay. Like, obviously it's right now here it's like blocking the deck, but I guess there's an option to just put it here, like put it really small. Yeah, it's very challenging, I think, to actually do it, but I'm actually pretty impressed by how they organize the things. Like this one is pretty good, pretty cool. And that's it. So there are 5 wings each. Oh, it's actually confirmed. So it's the exact same cost as Naxxramas. You get a deal with either Grog, $25. 7 times 5 is 35, so you get $8 off. Okay, so that's interesting, because if you want to pre-order, you can't pay gold, right? I'm pretty sure you can't pay gold if you want to pre-order. So, I mean, you know, kind of like you could say it's a move by Blizzard to make more money, but I think it's fine. So you're basically buying a card back. Get it? Right? You understand what I mean, right? Right? I'm pretty sure you cannot pre-order with gold. I mean, if just for the off, actually, someone should ask on Twitter. Just ask Ben Brode if you can pre-order with gold. Maybe we should just ask ourselves. Okay, let's just tweet at Ben Brode. Alright, so here we go. So, can we pre-order, what is it called? Black Rock Mountain? Black Rock Mountain with gold? That could be cool. At BD Brode, at Blizzard, Play Hearthstone. I'll tag Zarya in it too, I guess. Zarya is pretty nice. Actually, Josh is not really in charge of that. No. He's not really in charge of that session. I'll just do that. Okay, pre-order Black Rock Mountain with gold. That would be pretty cool. That could be cool. Yeah. Cause like some people don't want to pay that much, right? So yeah, I think it's reasonable, especially like people who don't have a job, obviously. So like yeah, okay. I think that's that. So any questions, guys? Like yeah. Go purchase not eligible. Check their website's already been answered. Oh really? Oh that sucks. Oh, it's been answered already. Oh man. It's okay. I'm still gonna leave the tweet up because they might change it. You know, like Blizzard is kind of flexible, to be honest. It's good. All right, good, cool. So yeah. Anything you want to ask me about the thing? Alright, what do you have here? New emote hype donated $1 says, hey Amaz, I made a new emote for you. Please consider adding it to the new emote. You need to submit by Twitter. Just tweet it at me. Pinnacle 4 donated $2 says, wow, that's a nice background I have there. Yeah, I kind of showed it, but it's fine. Evil Eye says, this is real Zarya. Yeah, you have to tweet me that again. Anonymous says, it's my birthday song. Hearthstone Game said, it should have started me. Would have been a lot better to just say, no, it was really cool. I'm glad we did that. Yeah, okay. But yeah. Is the first wing free? Good question. Apparently it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Nope. As far as I know, it's not. I just woke up. What did I lose? You didn't miss much. You just missed the announcement of freaking Black Rock Mountain in Hearthstone. That's all. That's nothing big. New cards and new card packs, and that's all you missed. Alright, whatever. Let's see here. Let's talk about cards and how will these 5 change the meta. I don't. I'll just say it again for people who are just joining. Yeah, I think Hungry Dragon is insane, absolutely disgusting. I think in priest, I think I'm gonna use this. I'm just gonna throw two in priest immediately, cause like yeah, 6 health. That's all I'm looking at. 4-6 is fine too. Sirionyx, thank you so much for the sub. Yeah. This is kind of expensive, this one, so it's a tech card. This one is very hard to use if you can't get the first iteration. Iteration means that you need to duplicate this first, and then if there's 2, then it actually becomes better because it survives, right? I don't think any minion right now has the survives mechanic just yet. So yeah, you probably have to activate yourself. Probably. 3/3s are very easy to kill. It's super easy. 3 health is not that strong. I think this is good. Yeah, this is fine. It just depends on the other dragons that are coming out, because if the smallest dragon is Fairy Dragon, then this might not be too good. Although you can just like, it gives you more incentive to play legendaries, which is good too, right? It gives you more incentive to like play Ysera, so that you can just hold it in your. If you accidentally draw it, then it's not that bad. And I think this card is really bad. That's my first initial impression. I obviously I didn't see the whole set yet, right? So I'm not really sure. Amaz, Grim Patron plus Warsong Commander new meta. So Warsong Commander says summon a minion, right? Whenever you summon a minion, and the Grim Guzzler says whenever this minion survives damage, summon. So yeah, that could happen with, like, you know, if you play Grim Patron and then you Whirlwind, there's 2, and then you Whirlwind again, there's 4, and then you charge them all. It's still super expensive. It's 5, guys. It's not 4. Will you be streaming all of the Black Rock Mountain Adventure? Yes, we will. We will stream immediately once it comes out, so you guys can mark the calendar for that. Amaz, I'm gonna play more Hearthstone. Yeah, we're gonna play more. We just wanna chill a bit first. So for now. Amaz, do you think the new 5/6 drop can summon a 1-drop that aren't part of the collection? No. Obviously it's part of the collection. It's implied that it is. It's very implied. So you cannot get Boombots. Clone Blast, thank you so much for the sub. And welcome. Yeah, it's super implied. That dragon is Nefaria, not Onyxia? Really? Really? It looks like Onyxia to me. With the horn. Oh, okay, maybe it's Nefaria. Nefaria's a 9-drop? It's a Warlock card? No, this can't be right. No, this is just teaser art. Nefarian cannot be a Warlock card. That's just weird. Because, like, if Nefarian is a Warlock legendary, then all classes are getting legendaries, and there's not enough cards for it. So, yeah. It's definitely fake. It's just, like, picture. What else do we have? Are you disappointed they didn't do Ice Crown Citadel? To be honest, I think, Blackrock Mountain is better than Ice Crown Citadel. Like, Ice Crown Citadel and Naxxramas is too similar, so I think it makes sense. How does Grim Patron interact with Bouncing Blades? I think Bouncing Blades, actually, I'm not really sure. When Bouncing Blades hit, Acolyte, does it stop and you gain armor? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, remember Armorsmith? It keeps on going, right? It keeps on going. Does it? Actually, I'm not really sure. Armorsmith, Bouncing Blade. That's actually... Innerspec, thank you. Alright. Let me try and search this up. I can't, does anybody have a video for that? I'm not really sure. Guys, I don't know, like, I get a lot of people, a chat is excited about this card, but it's 5 mana. That's the problem. Like, 5 mana, summon 2 3/3s, it's only normal, you get what I mean? Like, it's nothing crazy. It's just, you need to get the first iteration out yourself. It's very difficult. Check out the new legendary. It doesn't specify friendly or enemy. That means it can destroy friendly legendary on summon. That's true. You can kill your own Sylvanas, but 7 mana, bro. I don't like it. You can summon 6 patrons with Bouncing Blade. I don't think so. I think how Bouncing Blade works is it deals all the damage, and then affects trigger, right? But Acolyte Pain actually might be different about that. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it might be different. Who knows? Do you think I should craft Dr. Boom or should I wait because of a nerf? I don't think Dr. Boom is gonna nerf, to be honest. I really don't think so. Should we spend our gold in Arena or save for Blackrock? Well, if you want this sweet card back, then you have to pre-order because you can't buy with gold apparently. Well, at least for now, I guess. But to be honest, you should just buy the thing. Like, just buy it. Who cares? $25 for 30 cards, for 31 cards, and you get duplicates as well. Yeah, just buy it. Just if you think the cost is actually too much, then just get a job, work for a week, and then play Hearthstone again. That would be my best advice. Or just work I don't know what you can work at for $25, bros. What else do we have? Bouncing Blade would not have to kill the Blame Patron in order for it to survive the damage. Yeah. So it might. So there are two interactions, right? So for example, if you just have a Patron out and you use Bouncing Blades, what I think might happen is that it bounced on this 3 times, this dies, but it survived 2 times, right? So it summoned 2 more. So that's the interaction I think is going to happen. So once again, play this, and you play Bouncing Blades on the empty board, so just this guy. Bounce, kills this, but he survived 2 times. That's what I think. Do you think Dragon Deck is going to be viable? Well, sure, of course. I mean, Mech Decks were viable when Mech came out, but it just depends on the other dragons, really. Yeah, it just depends. Or I'm pretty sure that there are no spells going to be interacting with dragons. I mean, otherwise there are mechs that are going to be interacting with mechs, but yeah, we'll have to see the other ones. Bembo said it triggers mid Bouncing Blade. Already? Really? So there's also another thing about that, right? If it triggers mid Bouncing Blade, it might not hit the new ones that are summoned. If it does, then... Oh my god. Right? Although it's just a swarm of 3/3s. It's like 8 mana for a Super Hogger or something? Or Super Onyxia? Let's see. What else do we have? But yeah, that's just my first initial impression. The Bouncing Blades just kills the Grim Patron Summon 2 guys. This guy plus Power Master plus Power Shield plus Circle of Healing equals 4 guys. Yeah, but they're all 3/2s. Imagine him having 7/9 life minions and you have Warzone plus Grim Guzzler. Like, you guys are so excited about this one. I don't know. Like, I seriously don't think this is gonna see a lot of play. I might be wrong, but I don't think this is gonna see a lot of play. You can buff this guy, but guys, everybody's ignoring that it's 5. 5. How many big things can you play 5? Plus you have to combo this. Are they gonna give a free arena when the new adventure is out? They said that didn't they say when it comes out then all arena cards are available as well? But then it comes up by wings, right? So I'm not really sure about that. Arena would be really fun if they release all the cards at the same time though. That would be really insane. Is it possible to pre-order just 1 wing? Probably not. Probably not. Actually, let's go to the Hearthstone website. I'm pretty sure they updated the site. Let's see if we can find some other stuff there. Oh my god, look at the new website. Holy jeez. That looks cool. Look at that. Oh my god. She's dying. Alright. Oh, it's still these. Okay. News. So Blackrock, your world. Molten Core at 1300 Fahrenheit. Of course, nobody uses Fahrenheit. Oh my god! Okay. Put a minion from each deck into the battlefield. And I'm assuming this is auto-cast, right? Because like in Maexna has this web wrap ability, right? The 0 mana and heroic that she just casts every time at the start anyways. So if this is the thing, then I guess the first deck that you want to play against Corrin is just a deck of legendaries. Cause like, right? Doesn't that just make sense? To just put every single big creature because it's just gonna, it's autocast. What else is there? Yeah, 4 cards that are late. New game board. New challenges. Heroic modes. Yeah, all makes sense. That's all. Fortune favors the bold. Instrument, thank you so much for the sub. Grab your fire resist gear. Is this like a classic WoW person that typed this in? No free ring promotion, yeah. No more deck slots, yep. Wow, people are so complaining. Oh my god. Jeez. But yeah, first wing is not free by the looks of it. I mean, the wording of it seems like it's not. Alright, let's pretend that the first wing is free. 7 times 4 is 28. And the bundle is how much? The bundle is 24.99 versus 25. Well, that makes sense. It might be it. But no, I'm pretty sure the first one is not free. Alright, there you go. Okay, so that was that. Awesome. Monitor capture is on. Okay, so let's play Arena. I think we should. Actually, whoa, my god, it's 1 AM already. Yo, it's the end of the stream already. What the heck? Oh my god, I'm actually feeling tired now. Oh, I saw 1 AM and I'm feeling tired. Alright. There are leaked cards. Amaz, Google it. Wait, really? What? More cards? Wait, what? Really? No. These are not leaked. These are not real cards. Guys, these are not. Wait a minute. These are cards. I'm pretty sure these are cards that the bosses use. 5 mana 10. Come on. Do we need a double Magma Rager? Heart GJJJ. Thank you so much for the sub. 3 mana 8/4. Are you kidding me? Legendary? No, this is fake. It's not real. I host the second monitor. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no more new cards. Is there? Here? Wait, I'm gonna turn this down first. It might be like. Are there more lead cards? Black Rock, Mountain, Hearthstone, Leak. New leak cards leak? No. Wait. Wait, are these? Wait, okay, let's pretend they're real, because that's pretty fun to talk about cards. 5 mana, 5/6, overload 2, plus 3 damage while attacking. Oh my god. That's absolute 7 mana, 6/8 taunt, that seems believable. That seems quite believable. Cause like at 7 mana, you have Corehound, Champion, War Gall. Yeah, it sounds believable. 6/8 taunt sounds believable. It's fake? That's old? Oh, that's old. I guess the art does kind of. Okay, so where's the leak parts? Okay, wait. Someone's giving me another. No. Someone just linked me a image of their own custom set. Probably. No. Yeah, they just linked me their own custom set. Check donations. Oh. Malcolm says pre-order only one ring. Are people that really that poor that you can't afford $6? They can afford $6 but not $25 seriously. Wow, that's kind of harsh. I don't think there's any more. Blackrock Technician? Yeah, people said that that was fake too. People said that this one is someone else who linked this. Minions that cost 5 or more cannot be played. That seems like such an unfun card. I don't think it's real. Alright, looks legit to me. No, it doesn't look right. Like, it's not right. It's very obvious that it's fake because it has this swirl. Yeah? If you look at Hearthstone new cards from Hearthstone, the thing under it is it's so easy. Look at this. Oh my god. Look, there's a mountain, yeah? It's a Blackrock mountain symbol. So it's obviously fake. Alright. Okay, that's it, right? GVG card leaks had the swirl? Let me see. GVG card leak. Flame, Leviathan, Vol'jin, Iron Juggernaut. I want to look back at the... Remember the old Reddit thread when they were leaking cards? Oh, they actually have nothing. I'll show you guys here. See, this actually has nothing. They actually had no sign. Right? I'm zooming in. Yeah, they actually had nothing. Alright, so they might be placeholders. But if they're placeholders, then they wouldn't put a swirl in the first place. They would just put nothing. There's nothing behind here. Yeah, so I don't think... I still don't think it's real. Just because it's so unfun. Like, so you can't play 5 cost minions or more. That's just... doesn't make sense. Sherlock Holmes? Oh yeah. Yeah. Look at Mad Sciences, it's just a symbol. No, Mad Sciences is the next symbol. Chat lied. We did it, Reddit? Yeah, Reddit did that one. Reddit actually predicted Vol'jin, Flame Leviathan, Iron Juggernaut, and the other card. Which was kind of... in Galawix, yeah, that was kind of cute. Alright, well that's it, I guess. More BGH value. Alright. I think that's it, guys. Alright, so yeah, actually, I think we're gonna end the stream here because that's enough for a day, really. And actually, it's 1 AM already. Like, I'm actually feeling a little bit tired. So, yeah. We will... Actually, it is... Oh my god, it's the weekend as well. Oh man. Alright, so maybe I'm gonna have a bonus stream, maybe I'm not. I'm not really sure. But Hearthstone for sure, back on Monday. I'll try and do a bonus stream on the weekend, guys, for you. But, yeah, that's it. Thanks for being here with me with the reveal. I think it's super exciting. I think for the next bit, you guys should just check out websites and whatnot for, like, hype and whatnot. So, yeah. And, yeah, awesome. You can also follow me at Twitter, of course, AmazHS. I'll let you guys know about anything that I start with, but yeah. Well, yeah, Forsen just started a stream, so, you know, you can go get Forsen. Alright. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. If you are if you can catch my bonus weekend stream, then you can do that. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Blackrock Mountain! Alright.